Welcome back, people, to a new series. And you've already seen the title of what the series is called. It's called My Brother's Keeper. Did you get the teaser? I sent you a teaser the day before, didn't I? And with all the things at the back there, obviously you had Devil May Cry, Naruto, and you had Full Metal Alchemist. They all had brothers in there, so I hope you did get what this career mode was going to be about. Now let me explain. Brothers. In anime, in football, in sports in general, there have been some great brother pairings, there have been some poor brother pairings, but there's nothing like a good brotherhood. You know what I mean? There's that bond there, that strength there. And that's what I want to replicate in this career mode. One thing I will say is, in FIFA 19, I did do this. Obviously, I wasn't a YouTuber then, but I did this off screen. And what I did for that one is, I picked the weakest brother, so that was like the lowest rated brother out of the two or out of the three, however the brothers were. And then I put them all in the same team, and I tried to make them better than the eldest brothers, the better brothers. That was good, but it kind of got to a point where I couldn't move it forward, simply because dynamic potential wasn't a thing in FIFA 19. It only came in this FIFA. And they got to a certain level and they couldn't get any higher. So, and there wasn't enough brothers in the game, I think. Now I've checked, I've done some research, and there is enough brothers in the game to have a more diverse team. So that's one thing. My second thing is, I am recording this on the 27th? Yeah, the 27th of March, where coronavirus is still a thing. Didn't really want to mention this in my videos because I want people to get away from all that. But you should be seeing it in mid-July. I don't know if, obviously I can't predict the future, I don't know if coronavirus will still be a massive thing in the UK there. So, but the reason why I'm mentioning it is because I was hoping for this career mode particularly to get people involved. Like, not the viewers in particular, but people that I know. People that I'm close to, who is more, I share a brotherhood with them, you know what I mean? So I was hoping to get them involved and maybe play a couple of games and have a couple of episodes like that. But because coronavirus and 27th of March is still a massive thing, nobody can come over, I can't go over, you know, it's just a big thing there. So that's something we're going to, trying to look forward and look past. Obviously, if this lasts till whenever this series ends, I predict this series is going to end within 4 or 5 seasons, simply because I've mapped it out. This should be an episode a day, from Monday to Saturday, and if it's 4 to 5 seasons, that should last right before FIFA 21 comes out, the way I've mapped it. Also, I've changed my outfit, you could probably tell. I don't know. This looks mad short, doesn't it? But that's obviously, I'm always going to have a t-shirt on that's got one of the 3 at the back there. This has got Full Metal Alchemist on, I don't know if you can tell. Full Metal Alchemist there. I've got a new hat, of course, because no do-rag, because it's not Jamaican career mode. But I should have a different hat coming for episode 7. I think I'm going to record 6 episodes this episode. I should have a different hat there. So that's that, right. Now for the rules. I know I'm talking a lot, but there's a lot, it's a new series, there's a lot to understand. So here are the rules, I'll put them up on the screen for you again. Right, the rules are, the first one is, obviously the obvious one, can only sign brothers throughout the whole career mode. Pretty obvious. Number 2 is, if one brother gets sold in the team, the other one has to go with him to make it a bit more difficult as well. And 3, I can't abuse the loan system, so if one brother is trash, I can only loan him out up to 2 times before he has to stay in the team. Doesn't mean he has to like be on the bench or in the starting 11, but he has to be at least in the reserves that way. And the 4th one is, I can only use regens of brothers if they both happen to retire at the same time, because obviously regens are a difficult one, because I use them a lot for obviously my last series, the Reggae Boyz. And I don't really want to use them again, but I will if they retire at the same time, because I think that's fair that way. So let's get into the career mode. I have put, as you can see on the screen, I have put a 60% transfer increase on the team, because we're probably going to need it. We're advanced here. The person we're going to pick is a woman, and I'll show you why later when I change her. Right guys, this is what our manager looks like. Her name is Tracy Trevor. You know what that means, don't you? This is Trevor's ex-wife. This is who he cheated on with. Look how nice she looks. Look how fine she looks. And he cheated on her. Yo, let me give you the lowdown. She's from USA, right? They met while she was on holiday in Jamaica. Trevor was working his moves. You know what Trevor's like. He was working his moves, popping on the dance floor like that, right? So they got together, had a couple of kids. And obviously Trevor cheated. The bad man he is, very bad man. And she saw Trevor's success. She saw him win the Champions League. And she thought, you know what? I can do that too. I can do it. And she thought, I've always wanted a brother growing up, right? And I've never got to have one. So I'm going to form a team of brothers, a unity, a brotherhood in this club. And that's what I'm going to do. So look at her now. Look at her. She got that messy haircut. Well, I suppose it's messy at the top, but you know, it's decent. Now, I don't know what EA is playing at, but why a woman can't have a blouse. Look at this. Let me show you what I mean. Why is all the shirts exactly the same as a man? Why can't I put her in a blouse? Like, what's going on? But anyway, I put her in that light-skinned shirt, pink jeans, short thingy, pumps as well. And I think we're going to go far with Tracy Trevor. You know what? Trevor ain't her last name. She divorced him. It's over. She's reverted back to her maiden name. It's Tracy Dean. That's her name. But just remember, this is Trevor's ex out for revenge, out to top him. Now, the club we're going to use, you probably already been able to tell from the thumbnail, is Hamburg. They're in Bundesliga. Hamburger, I think. That's it. Yeah, Hamburger. They're in Bundesliga 2. And they've got a budget of 12 million. They've got nice kits. Now the reason I'm going to use them is I think their ground is in the stadium is in the game, and I didn't want someone in the top division. I wanted someone just below that, and I think they can get promoted the first season anyway. As you can see in the top right of the screen as well, that actually have won the Champions League title before, so that's something we're going to try and replicate with Tracy in this one. So let's go to Hamburger. Right, the match difficulty, I've mentioned last series that I was going to update the episode, update the game. This is going to be on Legendary, but I've put sliders involved. Now the sliders I'm using are DK sparring sliders. The only difference is the shot error. I've dropped that down because basically I tested them out last night. I played 5 games on Legendary, won them all. I thought, okay, I'm going to put the DK sliders in there. So I put that in there. I played as Arsenal against Real Madrid, I think. And I hit the post twice, 6 yards out. And it was 65 shot error, and I thought, nah, I can't deal with that. So I dropped it to 60, played again. It was a lot better. But I dropped it to 58, and I think that should be what we have. So I'll show you those later on. So that's going to say as Legendary. That's going to be 4 minutes. Currency is sterling. Job offers, international job offers. To be honest, no. Let's disable that. And everything else is good. Okay, we've got a pre-season tournament here. Advance the invites. We definitely want to be competing in the one with the most money. We need all the moolah we can get, because there is a lot of brothers in this game that are quite pricey. So first things first is we're going to transfer this to everybody. I've already checked Hamburg squad, or Hamburger, and they ain't got no brothers here, so everybody we can transfer this, we will. There we go, so absolutely everybody has now been transfer listed. Something that surprised me though is that I could transfer these people that have joined in 2019. Usually that's not something that's possible, but maybe they've updated the game so you can do that now. I do not know. The next thing I'll do is I'll show you the sliders that we're working with. So if we go into audio here, no. Alright, so we've got 47 sprint speed. These are for the user. So 47 sprint speed. So our sprint speed is going to be a lot slower. 50 acceleration, that stayed the same. 58 shot error, as I was mentioning earlier. 60 pass error. 49 shot speed. 48 pass speed. 90 injury frequency. 30 injury severity. 49 goalkeeping ability. 50 positioning, marking. 2 run frequency. 51 line height. 45 line length. 42 line width. 1 fullback positioning. 50 power bar, yeah, and 60 first touch control error. And then for the CPU, we've got 50 sprint speed, 55 acceleration, 35 shot error, 40 pass error, 52 shot speed, 52 pass speed, 90 and 30 for the injury again, just like us. 51 goalkeeping ability, 52 marking, 3 run frequency, 51 line height, 45 line length, 42 width, 1 positioning, and 35 control error. That's what we're working with. Right, so the next thing I'll do is, I'm gonna do this off screen, but I'll shortlist loads of the brothers and scout them, and so we can see what we're working with. Okay, so I've listed a lot of them. It's not all of them I've got down, but this is a lot of them. We've got Khedira brothers, Mandandam brothers, Raphael Fabio, Visanen, I think that's how you say it, Visanen, or something like that. Funes Murray twins, they are. The Chara brothers, Bakuna brothers, Namicha brothers, Tavernier. How do you even say that? Tavernier, or it might be Tavernier. Khedira, McLaughlin brothers from Northern Ireland, Congolio, and the Zuma brothers so far. So I'll just scout those and we'll see what we're working with. Obviously we can't train anyone yet. Well, we can, but there's no point considering that we're not going to play with any of these players. Everybody up in the inbox here is talking, but none of you are brothers of anybody, so we just can't do anything with you, unfortunately. Right, we've got Cardiff in our first pre-season tournament game. We are going to just sim this and see what we come away with. A 1-0 loss with that injury to a goalkeeper. Okay. Oh, that's it. I need to put, I'll put the Mandandans in there, so that's okay. Oh, there's interest shown in somebody. In Funes Mori, 7.5 million. And the interest shown in Raphael, 7.9 million. Oh, somebody's out for 6 months, so hopefully that's not somebody we can sell anyway, because that will be annoying. We've got an offer here for Maritz for 2 million. We need all the money we can get, so I'm jacking up everybody's price. It's weird seeing another manager coming into this now, and it's not Trevor, it's his ex-wife who's out for revenge, man. 2.3 million. Okay. Don't know not to mess with her. She might just be a stronger negotiator than Trevor himself. Like, come on now. We got a transfer offer for Bobby Wood, 2.1 million. Price is right, everybody will go. You stick at your price, I'll stick at mine. I told you she's a tough negotiator. Because I want him gone. 2.24. There we go. Let's get him out of the club. Papadopoulos, 2.8. I did give him a new contract before I put him on the list, simply because he only had 12 months left and I wasn't going to let anybody snap him up for cheap. 3.6. Let's see what they're saying about that. Now, we don't want no sell-on clause. We want the money now. I think I got time for sell-on clauses. 3.5. There we go. Okay, what I'm deciding to do is, I know there was an offer coming for Funes Murray. Which one was it? It was the striker. But I don't really want him anywhere because look, he ain't that fast. I don't think he'd be my kind of striker. But I do want Fabio and Raphael, so I'll try and pinch him away from Celta Vigo because they've got an offer of, what was it, 6.5 accepted. So if I put in 6 and see what they're saying about that one, they want 6.4 and a 5% sell-on clause. 6.2 no sell-on clause, and the accept. Okay, so before we go in for him, let's get Fabio as well. That's our fullback position sorted. They can both play on both fullback positions, I think. I think Raphael can. Fabio definitely can. Oh man, he's going to be less than his brother. I know that for sure. We put in 4 million. What does it say to that? Oh, I probably paid a bit too much there. Oh, I probably paid a bit too much for Fabio. Right, he wants crucial, which is fine with me. 5-year deal, what do you say to that? He wants a 2, so we will give him that 3. Disregard that release clause, get that out of here, and then we'll give him... Oh, what was he on? I should have checked what he was on. Well, you can't expect too much money because this is the 2nd division. If I put 18,000, what's he going to say to that? Oh my gosh, what was he on? Probably Celta Vigo's going to go get him now, aren't they? My bad, people. And that means because we've defaulted on him, we can't get Fabio. Well, isn't that great? We're already slipping up. Right, our 3rd group stage game against Underlay. We need to win this to progress. What is going to happen? A draw, which I think makes us get knocked out. Yeah, we got knocked out. Anyway, Fabio says he's looking for his contract, but I'm sorry because your brother ain't coming. You can't come either. 360 for the goalkeeper, I will accept because he's 30 years old. Not going to bother haggling him for that. I'm just waiting for the scout reports to come back. Someone's paid 3.5 for Julian Polsberg from the release clause, so I will see if that is worth renegotiating the contract so they can't get him for so cheap. Polsberg, it is the goalkeeper. They can have him, to be honest. That's 1.4 over his value, so yeah, whatever. Okay, Bobby was been sold for 2.24. Papadopoulos has been sold for 3.5. We've got an offer here for Boateng, 350, which I accept straight away, whatever. Final scout report back on Rainy Kadira, which is good, but I don't think we can afford him solely because we won't be able to afford his brother. His brother might just bankrupt us. Okay, we've got the majority of the scout reports back now, so what we'll do, we just delete all these offers. Mikel's been sold, Polsberg's been sold. Fabio says, you ain't offering me that contract, so I'm out of here. So, now the Zoomers look like decent options. But Kurt Zuma might cost a bit of moolah. But then again, he's a high-rated centre-back, and we kind of need that. And he's not old either. Oh, look at that money. I'll go in for him. Let's see if I can put anybody in the deal. Let's see if we've got anybody of worth that I don't need. Anybody of worth, that's the actual problem. Come on, Frank, do me a favour. Okay, they want Timo Lodge. Wow, they're really trying to rob me for him. Now, we are way off in this valuation, you know, way off. We're about 10 million apart, so you better drop it. You better come down because I'm going to keep on saying 15. I'll leave that 0.8 there to be nice, but that's it. Okay, you've dropped a bit, so I'm going to move up to 18 flat. What do you say about that? Need some time. I'll come back and then keep on saying 18 and they should accept it for that. But while we're waiting on Chelsea, we will go in for his brother. I don't actually know if I'll get any games in this episode. It might just be full on transfers, to be fair. We can get his brother for chunk change, as you can see there. His brother will get loads of training sessions as well, being 21. Try and get him for even cheaper than his value, 190,000. Okay. Right, well, before we go in for the contracts with him, we'll wait for Chelsea to come back for his brother. Give it a day or two. Okay, Celtic have come in for Jean. Oh, it looks like we can get a decent amount out of him. 3.9. Okay. Alright, 3.9 out of him. That's very good. Right. The younger Zuma says he's ready to negotiate. This Zuma keeps on coming in with it. No. 18 million. Accept it with the player. That's a good deal. Okay. Put in again 18 million with Leichert. They'll come down to 19 now. But I'm having the final say. You know how I am with these negotiations. 18 again. There we go. Accept it. Right. Before this falls through, let's go in for his brother first and get his contract sorted. Okay, so he's going to get a prospect. He'll get a 5-year deal. What's it? I don't understand that, but he'll get a 4-year deal then. He wants no release clause, accept that. So he's on 650 at the moment. If I give him £1,000, he should be happy with that. He wants double his wages for doing what? Okay. Right, we've got the younger Zoomer in. So let's get the older Zoomer in. Oh, his wages. His wages would kill us. Hopefully he takes a wage cut. Crucial, of course. 2-year deal. I'll give him that 3-year deal. No release clause, which is fine here. Right, I am going to offer him. He can't expect the same wage, so I'll say 65 grand a week over here. He's happy with that. I'm happy with that. We've got our first brother pairing, Kurt Zoomer and Jon Zoomer. That leaves us with only 10 million. We've got to be smarter now with the money. But I think buying a high-rated centre-back was worth it, to be honest. We've still got a fair few people to sell. I think we need to focus on the right-back position and the goalkeeper now. Rafael did move to Celta Vigo and not willing to loan him out, so we can't get him that way. Why is all these scout reports taking so long to come back? Oh, we can get McLaughlin. 3-star, 3-star. And he's not slow. He's not that rapid, but he's not slow. We'll wait for his brother's scout report to come back before we decide on him. We can't get Terence Congodio because he's out on loan, which is unfortunate because them two would be cheap, very cheap. I think if we wait 2 more days, that should be most of the scout reports coming back. Boateng's been sold, and we've got an offer here for Nost. Don't sell him for any less than, I'll say, 250 grand there. Okay, looks like I want this guy. Might be money though, that's his problem. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and go in for the Nevilles and Taverniers, because they will fill a lot of positions. So let's go in for Felix Nevilles first. Right, we will offer them, let's say 650 grand. Pep wants 680, we'll keep it at 650. We're going to save all the pennies we can. Can't believe he's willing to let him go for so cheap. And there we go, accepted at 650. Right, so now I'm going to go in for his brother. His brother plays for Middlesbrough. Might be, yeah, he'll be a little bit steeper. We will offer 1.6 million. They want 2, so we're going to say bump it up a little bit to 1.7. Sticking at 2, so because I want him, I'll put 1.8. That's a fair offer. This is value. Come on, man. Just give me him for 1.8. There we go. Right, so we got him for his value. Right, we'll complete the deals on these 2 first so we can know how much money we've got left over to get the Taverniers. Right, going to be Prospect, Nevilles here. He wants sporadic, that's fair enough. Okay. Give him a 5-year deal, which he accepts. Disregard the release clause. He wants 4,000. He wants an appearance bonus, which you can't give him. Can't have all that money leaking out the club. And that's it, he accepts that. So let's go on for his brother now. His brother's on 9 grand a week. Give him a 5-year deal, which he wants. Disregard the release clause. And let's say, take a wage cut of £900 a week, which he wants. So we've got our second set of brothers in. Right, we'll offer 4 million to begin with for James Tavernier. They want 5.8, so we'll stay at 4 million. We need him as cheap as possible because we're already running out of a lot of money now, and we still need a goalkeeper. They've moved down to 5.7, so we're going to say 5.25, 4.25 I mean. 4.45, and we will stick at our last offer. They're sticking at their price. We just can't spend all this money, so we're gonna have to stick at mine, and they accept. Okay. Let's go in for his brother now. His brother is Marcus, and he will be less money than that. At 1%, come on. That's disrespectful. Just take the 1.2 million, be happy, go home. There we go. Squad role important for James, yes. That's fine with me. Contract length 5 years. What's 3? So we'll give him that 4. And disregard that release clause, get that out of the way. And he wants a significant wage cut, which I appreciate. He's going to take that bonus away as well. And he accepts. So that's 1 done. We are seriously running out of money now though. So I've got to wait until I sign my next pair of brothers, which have to be, one has to be a goalkeeper. Sporadic. 4-year deal. 5 is close. 5.5. No goal bonus or appearance bonus. And he's happy with that. 3 sets of brothers in. As I said, we're going to wait now. And what I'll do while I'm waiting is I'll put more people on the scout list. And I'll sort out the team a little bit more. Also, while I'm waiting, I'll set up the training. Now we've got players in. And Nevilles will definitely get some training. Oh, this is trash. Adept attacking scenarios for Nevilles. Marcus will be put on. I'll just call them by their first name. It's a lot easier now. For him anyway. Marcus will be put on also adept at attacking scenarios. Felix Nevilles will be put on. Well, his passing's quite woeful. What's his? Okay, he'll be put on race against the clock. James, he won't have too much growth left, but he can definitely improve on his defensive stats. I might even do those to make sure he goes up, and so he's not wasting them. And the younger Zuma will go on adept defending scenarios. I will do all these and cut them out, just so I can feel how the players are as well. Okay, I felt a lot worse. The strike in the Nevilles didn't feel good though. Let me tell you that he did not feel good, so everybody else felt somewhat decent. One set of brothers that I didn't write down, and I don't want to forget about, was the Longstaffs, who obviously both play for Man United. So we will shortlist them too, scout them. And wait a minute, doesn't Harry Maguire have a brother? I don't think I wrote his brother down either. I'll double check. Yes, it does. It is Lawrence Maguire. Oh, looks like he's not in the game then. That's weird, because doesn't he play for Chesterfield? What league is Chesterfield in? Oh, they're in the national. I thought they must have got relegated. I could swear they was in League 2, you know. Oh well. He is not 25. What is he lying for, man? He's meant to be, they're meant to be twins. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. They ain't twins. They're lying for. Right, I have scouted a lot of the brothers, and as you can see, look how long this list is now. Takes ages to get to the top, so while I'm waiting for more players to sell, I'm also waiting for the scout reports to come back on those as well. Let's advance ahead and see what we're working with. Okay, someone's been sold for 3.9 million. That's great. We've got 2.7, I wish. 270k out of him, so he's gonna go as well. The screen's moving a bit slow at the moment, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna save this scout report on Robert Zoo. Okay, that's decent. 2.2 million. Oh, as a cam, this guy is slow. I wonder if he can play centre mid, because as centre mid, maybe that's okay, but not as a cam. Not in my team anyway. He's really cheap, but he's slow, and his brother's probably going to be expensive. So watch out for that. Right, we've got Nos sold for 270k. We've got an offer in for someone called Khalid. So DJ Khalid better leave for 4 million. Because we need the money, yo. Can't stress enough that we need that money. Because I want him gone. Can have him for 3.7, but I don't want to send him for any less than that. Oh, buy then, buy him, man. You cheapos. Right, we've got the scat report back on a lot of people now. Petroses. Now, because there's 3 Petros brothers, we've got Maki, Costa, and Dimitri. We can choose which one we practically want out of them, or we can get all 3 if we wanted. So that's an option there. Right. First things first is I'm going to go in for a goalkeeper now. I've got a little bit of cash. Now, my only option for the goalkeeper is realistically Lucas Zidane. And that's because we can't afford Mandandan, and his brother can't leave anyway. And we can't afford the Donnarumma brothers. Definitely not. And we can't afford Valadisius. And we can't afford somebody, Milinkovic Savic brothers. I think those 5 brothers are the only brothers where there's a goalkeeper involved. Right, as you can see here, we can get Luca and Enzo Zidane. Now, Enzo's problem is I'm forced to play his release clause. So I'm going to have to make him a decent player by paying that much. But first we'll get the most important one, and that is Luca. We'll negotiate a transfer with this club. And obviously they're the legendary Zidane's sons, both of them, so might be interesting. 800 grand. What I will say is, I did have Lucas Zidane when I did this in the last FIFA with just the weaker brothers. And he was awful. Because he was so short, he was getting chipped all the time. All the time, so I'm hoping he's better this season. Even though he hasn't grown, I'm still hoping he's just better, a better goalkeeper all round. Okay, so we can get him for 800 grand. I didn't mean to go for the negotiations there, but I'll pay the release clause so it's easier for Enzo. I'll give him a rotation, even though it's probably going to be our starting goalkeeper, because he has to be. I'll give him a 5-year deal, which he accepts that. Disregard that release clause, and he's on 1,500 at the moment. Let's give him 2 grand, he'll be happy with that. He wants a bit less, and a couple of appearance bonus, we'll take that away, and there we go. That is him sorted. Right now we're going for his brother, and I think that will be the 5th pairing we've got this season. Alright, it's killing me to pay this release clause, but I'm going to have to. Set by my own rules. He does have a 4-star weak foot and 3-star skill, that ain't bad. Right, sporadic, which we'll accept. 5-year deal, yep. Oh no. Give him that 4-year deal then. Disregard the release clause. No. We don't want that. And you can keep your wage, 2 grand a week. He wants a wage increase, so we'll give him that. So we've got the Zidane brothers in now. I think we'll leave the episode there. I don't know how long this episode's going to be, but might be short, might be long, I don't know. I don't want to play a game and make it really, really long, but we'll pick up what's going to happen next time. So, till then.